This year, I built multiple products. I participated in an hackathon and I got to the top 15 in my track. My final results will be announced January 2026. I shipped backend systems and ultimately I leveled up as an engineer. And thing is, I didn't do it alone at all. And in this video, I'm just going to give an honest review of Rise Academy, what it helped me with, and what it didn't help me with, and whether I think it's actually worth it. Yeah. And one thing to note is who I was before the academy. Before Rise Academy, before I joined, I was already hardworking. I was grinding hard, and I was building projects, of course. And but not on the back end side. Up until last year, I was a front end guy, mainly front end guy. Although I had written a couple of back end projects in a couple of my hackathon projects. But yeah, I was mainly doing back end stuff, user interface stuff, dashboards, and all the likes. I was doing hackathons. I was pushing myself every day, actually, before Rights Academy. But if I'm being honest, a lot of it felt like unstructured. Yeah, I was doing many things at once. Yeah, there is that. Without always knowing if I was focusing on the right things. And also, I had discipline. That's something I must say. I had discipline, but I needed direction, and I needed clarity, and I needed feedback from people that were already in the industry. So it's all boils down to like me joining Rise Academy because I wanted structure. I wanted a system that would force me to think clearly about my goals, my skills, and the kind of engineer I wanted to become. Before I go into the nitty-gritty of everything, I remember after in January, our first town hall meeting, Jerry, the program manager, and after he had given the breakdown of the curriculum or the program timelines, we all know that it's a year program, 12 months. I remember at the end of the town, towards the end, he played a video. He played this day's video in the fire for us, and it was actually like crazy because it was just preparing our mind that it's a long journey. 12 months is a long journey. It's going to be hard at some point. You might feel like giving up at some point. You might want to feel like giving up at some point, but then you want to pull through. You actually want to pull through at the end. And of course, during the program, there were a lot of times like I felt like giving up. A lot of fellows felt like giving up. And but then we most people actually like we all pulled through. The first thing it gave me was clarity, like about what to focus on, what to deprioritize, and how to grow intentionally, and instead of just working randomly. If I had done back-end engineering this year on my own, uh I'm sure I would definitely not be where I am right now. So I stopped just learning things and started building with purpose. There's that. And it helped create systems, not just goals. Like it emphasizes like system super motivation. That mindset alone changed the way I work because Rise itself, the academy itself, helped us build routines around learning and building and reflecting. Rise Academy itself helped us build what routines that you have to follow. We had classes every week, so our live classes every week. We had mentorship session, ideally every week, and mentors are different from instructors. We had other programs like towards the end we had like interviewing, how to interview, CV building. We had separate data structures and algorithm classes, which are separate from the normal things we're learning in the backend class. And so it helped, Rice Academy helped build what routines, helped build uh, routines around learning, building, and reflecting. And another thing is what accountability. Yeah, it helps set accountability and standards. Yeah, because these guys are already in the industry. Our instructor, yeah, market guys already in the industry. Our front end instructors already in the industry, working in the industry. Our mentors that already they are actually like from Rice. They are engineers already at Rice that were our mentors. And so the standard was actually like high. And when you are surrounded by people who are also serious and who are serious about their growth, your standard automatically rise. Mm, mm, mm. What? When you are surrounded by people who are serious about growth, your standards automatically what rise. Rice should pay me for that. So Rice, the academy actually made it uncomfortable for you to stay small. When I got to the to when I had our first class and the bucket track, and then you meet people, they did their introductions. Me personally, I went to check out. I don't know if I ever told my fellow guys. I went to check each of my fellow guys out, fellow backend guys out. I checked their LinkedIn, I checked their Twitter, I checked the things they had done before Rise, and I was like, interesting. Oh, this guy is good. Oh, this guy is good. These guys are actually like good. So I can't afford to like stay small. It was like, yeah, they were actually like doing backend before Rise. I think most of them. And so me that I just started doing backend, I had to like tell myself, oh, I actually have to what level up, and I can't stay small. We are always like constantly being pushed to prepare for meetings, to prepare for classes, before classes, and you have to what be intentional, and you have to be disciplined too. It's not easy for you. And another thing is the academy gave me what a better engineering thinking. Yeah, because in class during live classes we have to like discuss after going through like courses, classes, teachings, we have to like move to the practical aspect of things like system design, discuss trade-offs, how we are going to go about this, why not using this tool, why not going using this method, and the like. So it helps my engineering thinking a lot. And because this year I actually worked on purely backend stuff, backend systems, authentication, authorization, talking about payment systems, APIs, designing APIs, and monitoring, observability, uh, CI/CD deployments, all these kind of things. These are the things that I did this year, and Rice actually helps me with this. It didn't feel like a tutorial, like tutorial you're following a dev, you're watching a video and you're following, and then no, it's more like you are an engineer thrown into a product, and you have to the production environment where you have to like build the product from at least 0 to 1. Yeah. So Rice helped with that. And this also reflected in my 2025 results because all through the year I'll say I was focused on Rice. Nah, that was just it. I was focused on Rice Academy. A couple of people reached out to me outside, oh, let's work on this project. But I had to tell them that, oh, I've already committed this year to Rise, and I just have to like stay true with it. And it's reflected in my results because this year I actually worked on a couple of projects. AlgoX. Uh, I worked on a couple of projects like AlgoX. I think I've shown these a couple of times. Building these adds like a lot of thinking how to go into it because we want there are trade-offs. We have AI generated results, LLM generated results, and we have like question banks, and we have like resources bank for algorithms, for data structures, for interview preparation, for phone screen, technical side, system design, and all these kind of things. Building these products actually took me like sitting down and thinking and planning, doing the system design, the design of the thing before even actually diving into code. And so right stepping with that. This is one. I worked on AlgoX this year, which is the simplified learning platform for data structures and algorithms. And then I worked on a Medisphere, which is in the healthcare sector. I worked on this for the Edera Hackathon this year, and fortunately I got to the top 15 projects. I got to the top 15 projects in my track, which is the DLT Corporations track. And yeah, and I would say Rice, my knowledge from Rice on back end side of things actually helped me move fast and helped me prioritize things because before Rice I was already doing front end, so I could easily like uh come up with the UI using the Vue and then the backend systems. I actually worked on that. And I also towards the end of the year in Q4 I started working on the P2P, which is a P2P platform for depositing and withdrawing funds from derivative for those that trade in derivative markets. So you can link your derivative accounts, you can fund your derivative directly using your Naira, and you can withdraw your derivative USD to Naira using using agents on the platform. You link your derivative account to this, and probably make a separate video on how it works and when we are ready for launch for these. Yeah, so because of the structure that Rice provided, I shipped more than ever. I worked on uh products, real world product systems, and I didn't just learn, I built. I'm happy that I actually built. I shipped stuffs. And of course, Rice Academy played a big role in that consistency. And what Rice Academy is not, let me be clear. Rice Academy is not magic. If you are inconsistent or if you are looking for shortcuts, it will not save you. Like it will not save you for real. You still have to put in the work a lot, even much more outside the academy on your own personal times. You still have to like put in the work. It's just like going to school. People go to school, attend universities, go to classes together, but at the end of the day, results vary. And the result, a couple of factors affect come into play, like that make the results to vary. So you have to put in the effort as well, like effort outside the classes, outside the things you do at the academy as well. So it's not magic. And what Rise Academy is for, what it's or and I'll say that Rise Academy is mainly for people who want to work, who already work, who are. And I'll just say Rise Academy is for people who already want to work, but you just want to work better. You want the structure, you just want to work better. You want to like 10x your output, your knowledge, and things like that. And also, you must ensure that you're not looking for overnight success because this is not it. And if you have someone that wants structure, accountability, mentorship, and long-term growth, is definitely worth considering. And yeah, for me, Rice Academy was worth it. It didn't change who I am. It refined me. Yeah, that's just it. It refined me. It didn't change who I am, but it refined how I work. And because of Rice Academy this year, I pushed myself harder than ever. And the structure actually made a difference. And now I think I've been talking. Let me just chip in a couple of other things. When talking about the structure, after we joined Rice Academy and the thing, Rice, we had this thing called Control Tower. So we had this thing called Control Tower where you have to write in your weekly goals. We have weekly goals. We had weekly tasks, the things that you do that you submit to your instructors. We had KPIs of the things that you did every week from the beginning of the academy till the last day of the academy. You write weekly goals, then you track KPIs, what you did, and then you have like, your mentorship sessions also with your mentors, what you guys talked about, what you guys achieved. So it was actually nice. Like it's also not easy, but it forced me to what keep track of what I'm doing every day. Oh yeah, today I did this, I did this. And right now I went through my control, it's called control tower. I went through my control tower and I was able to like see the things that I did all through the year, all through the academy. I think I should just show a glimpse of what it looked like. Yeah, so this is it, and then we have the weeks, and we have like KPIs. This is for me, the things I did. This from the first week, the things I did. I submit code, introduction to computer science, onboarding course, the academia, rank, basic tests, reading RESTful APIs, all these things. So I could see these are things that I did from week January, February till December. So if I actually want to write about the things I did at the academy, I can just come back here and then see the things that I did every day of the week. And then when I traveled to, when I had to go for camp, I actually put it here, NYC camp, NYC camp, NYC camp for those 3 weeks. And yeah, the things I did all through the academy, they were all like written here. So we had weekly tasks to like you can submit task discussion and then all these kind of things. So Rice helped with that structure and it's very important. And I'm sure and I actually like the control tower of the thing. It's something I would use personally in 2026 to track the way I work and it's actually like nice. You should also like have a spreadsheet like that to just document the things you are doing, the things you are working on. Now personal recommendations. If you definitely get into the if you're watching this video and you make it into nice cohort two, one thing I would say is of course you are ready to put in the work. During our cohort when we entered, there was like this kind of friction because everyone was new. Everyone was new, you get we didn't know ourselves. So people were trying to like hold back a bit, hold back a bit, hold back a bit. But personally, one of my goals for the year was to improve my communication skill, talk to more people. Anywhere I find myself because I am introverted. I keep to myself a lot. But the right academy also helps with this because I reached out to my fellow track members. Of course, I reached out to them on Slack and I just told them, oh yeah, if we can have like a one-on-one session. And I remember my first session with uh Femi, shout out to Femi. We just spoke for like 2 hours. What do you call my session with Tiffany also. Uh like an hour plus I just said can I schedule like a 30 minutes call with you to just discuss get to know ourselves. And it went on for like 1 hour. So at the end of that, I was so happy because I got closer to them. I could interact with someone else. It helped improve my communication skill. And I'm grateful I'm grateful for that. And towards after like 3 months in, 6 months in, when everyone started like talking with interacting with each other, it was nice because we had collaborative projects, team projects, we had personal projects. So definitely the collaborative projects you have to like interact with each other, work together on projects. And these kind of things helped me this year because prior to Rise, I've been working alone on maybe a hackathon project or working with guys, front end guy, back end guy. But the team project helps collaboration more. You have to like if you don't know how to use Git before, of course I've been using Git before, but then collaboration with Git, bro, you have to be like you have to resolve your merge conflicts and all these things. So there is that part. So I would just say as soon as you get into the academy, try to like reach out to guys, especially on your track. Familiarize yourself with other guys. Be open to learning. These guys are you know that these guys are like top guys already. And from there you can work on even personal projects outside the program. And another thing is we are all stay humble, still chilled. Yeah, still humble, still chilled in the academy because you just might never know. You just might never know. And also another thing I would say is like this year, I had this notion of like doing the hard things, the things that scare me, doing the hard things. So, and just doing the things that you talk about, or the things that you plan, ensure that you do them. So, initial at the beginning, at the early stages of the academy, there was this call for volunteers for the project, and I knew my backend skills were still like rusty, but I knew I wanted to like just work on a project. And I just volunteered. I reached out to Jerry, and fortunately, I was picked to work on that project. And I must say the project helped me a lot all through the academy days because I was working with another backend engineer and I was working with front-end engineers as well. And the product manager on that project. We're having like stand-up meetings, calls, technical calls, same building. Basically, we wanted to take the product from zero to one. So there's the engineering part, there's the business part. So now we have to like consider trade-offs for we have to like talk about the business things and the business part of the product and also the engineering part of the product. So this it's quite nice because it exposed me to a lot more. It stretched me because I basically was on the project from inception to where it currently is, working on authentication, working on payment system, working on logistics part, thinking about all these things, KYC thing, everything, KYC thing, KYC part, and it's actually nice. So I think if you get into the academy, be ready. It's like your agency, high agency. That's just it. Have high agency things. There are some points you might get tired. There are some points that they will give you be delegated to work on things. Just make sure you are ready to just absorb everything and have this notion of what even if I don't know it at this point, I'm going to go and figure it out. Yeah, like don't just say I don't know this thing. I don't want to work on this thing. This is going to take much of my time. That's why you are the academy. It's gonna take your time. You have to like put in the time to extra time to what to learn to work on these things, and it's gonna pay off at the end of the day. Also, the mentorship sessions. Unfortunately for me, I'll not say because most mentors at the academy were like engineers at Rice. And fortunately for me, my mentor was the CTO. It was nice because he was always hammering on the fundamentals. I'm mastering the fundamentals, design patterns, all these kind of things. He was always telling us not to engage in all those kind of all these guys that do programming language was like, I want to write my stuff in Go, I want to use Rust, I want to use Node is shit, JS is shit was hammering on fundamentals, knowing networking, knowing data structures and algorithms, design patterns, domain-driven designs, all these kind of things. And it was actually really, really, really nice. It's the solid principles. Those are the kind of things that the mentorship helped me with, and I'm grateful to Rice for that as well. So uh, it's getting long. It's getting long, and I think I need to end on this note. Uh, for me, Rice Academy was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And if you are here to the end, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Down. You can follow me on Twitter. I have the links in my bio on on YouTube and also in the links below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, like, and follow me on Twitter at MC Nobude. Follow, you can reach out and connect me on LinkedIn, and I'll always open to chat. For real, I'm always open to chat and to talk about different things on backend systems, system design, site reliability, engineering, observability, and monitoring, all these kind of things, data structures, algorithms. Yeah, you guy, and also like building products, taking products from zero to one, and always reach out. And yeah, so and if you're on a similar journey, just keep building, grinding, and figuring things out. You can always make a comment out, like to hear your story. Yeah, happy holidays